Welcome to a TradeTheMBI update on intraday trading. This happens to be of the E-Mini or the ES. On StockTwits it's the ESF, but this happens to be the @ symbol, so we can get historical data. We would then turn to the actual ESH 13 is the current one as of the time of this recording. And what we have here is a 25,000 tick, so a mid-range chart. You could call it an intraday as well as potentially even a swing. And, well, let's just go ahead and take a look at the results to start with. We do that by looking at the performance report. It's currently winning about 78% of the time, 2.49 profit factor on 10 contracts, 157 trades. That's pretty decent. I like to look at consecutive winners and losers. Always good to note. Length of time, maximum equity run-up, all good. RNI is index used to compare strategies amongst each other. Your return on capitals, rate of return, all those things are nice. Performance graph. Now this only trades on green trend per our trend model at TradeTheMBI, so it's going to be a little bit different than what some people would consider overbought, oversold. Monthly statistics, November red on that one, and this oversold basically coming from red trend. It's only buying in red trend, which is why you don't see any purchases in green trend. That will affect the equity curve from that standpoint, but the idea being is where some people think this is a falling knife, we chuckle because it's a great opportunity. And in this particular case, we're seeking a portion of ATR multiple for those overall targets, and pretty effective overall from that standpoint. Just looking at the current now from a 50,000 tick standpoint, gets even more attractive. We bring in the performance 3.0 profit factor, 79% win rate. Yeah, this goes back to 6/7 of 2012. Maximum consecutive winning and losing 21-4. Spectacular. No other way to describe that. Maximum equity run, pretty close to its equity highs time period. Return on investment overall. Same kind of span where probably was more green trend, didn't trade in between those sections, and so it just kind of passes through there with neutral. And it is set up with break-even stops as well, so even when you have periods where there's low activity, that's where you get this little bit of flattening. Now this isn't one that you can actually trade off of. What you would do to trade off of is you move to the ESH 13, and you can see when we have here that's the strategy automation for its execution. If we wanted to look at that trade right now that's currently going, this is it. So that's the actual trade moving up and down. This is live right now, so it's actually running as we speak. It adopted this because I kept doing a couple more adjustments with the overall optimization on it, but there it is, set up right along that edge. The idea being is, like in this particular chart here, we want to seek out the ability to utilize our POWERmo and our shakeout indicator. And what I've done with the POWERmo too is I've added some additional masses, Sterling approximations, asymptotic expansion, those kind of theories, as well as competitive complexity analysis, that kind of stuff. If you want to look it up, you can, but it's not really significant other than just watching the fact that it produces it. Also, even on shorter time frames, 10,000 tick, doing the same thing. Now that's going to be less important than what people who have the indicators, members, are going to want to start utilizing these kind of setups. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to our format of strategies, and we're going to click format, and we're just going to scroll through what the readings are. If you needed to optimize this, you could go to where it says optimize, it would say, and give you a range. And you could click OK, and it would give you the values, and then you would just push OK and down at the bottom, and you would optimize this, and it would give you the best configuration. I've gone ahead and done a little bit of that work for you, so you can go ahead and see what these setups are. Overbought, oversold, shakeout above, shakeout under. That's why, because shakeout under one there, that's why it's always going to be in red trend. The multiple for the stop, up target, how much up move, that would be where the magenta of the POWERmo is. Number of contracts you're trading, your ATR multiple for a stop is going to be typically twice what your stop is, because this accommodates having more than one contract being traded as a group. And up target, you don't need to do anything. Valid ATR, those aren't going to affect anything. You leave the ATR length. Your trailing stop, you would turn on. Number of bars, that can be adjusted, as well as the percentage of the ATR. Break-even points after, all those can be adjusted. Detail stops you want to make true, as well as general stops true. And that's it. Everything below there doesn't really have any relevance. You don't need to do deep red shakeout or any of the other ones below that particular point. So that's the numbers for 50,000. You can pause, replay that at your leisure. If I put the 25,000 back up, we can go ahead and do the same thing. And this will give you the numbers that you need to input. And so you'll have to click the format of your strategy, type it in there, and then you just change the value by highlighting it. You type in any number you want, it will adjust it. And so going through, stop ATR, up move, total contracts, trailing stop, making true, number of bars to trail after, the percentage ATR target, break-even points, and then all the way down to your general stop being true. So that's it for the 25,000. Oh, let's go ahead and give you the 10,000. I hadn't completed the 10,000 tick, so that one's not done. So anything you do on that will be an improvement over what we're looking at right here. So we click format, the 10,000. This is where it happens to be at. Shakeout, total contracts, trailing, and scrolling all the way down. Just pause, and then once you get to deep shakeout, you've gone too far. Don't need to do anything to that. It'll save you some time if you're going to go through and optimize these particular setups, going back through it. So from total contracts to your trailing stop, you're pretty much set with that. And right back up here to beginning. Okay, so that goes over those. Gives you a general concept of what we're looking to do, and you know, eventually when we get to this setup where it starts to seek the broader picture, it's only going to enhance. And in the coming week, I will probably be going over with you in live broadcast how to capture some of these extended moves, going beyond not just counting on green trend, but also knowing where to exit with those. And I think you'll find that to be very helpful, particularly if you're trading even smaller time frames. It will be very useful in seeing the correlation between power momentum shakeout and even the ERH, the expanded ratio histogram. We'll give you some insights into those. So as always, continue to look for me on StockTwits, but hope you enjoy trading these. As always, have a good evening.